Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Insu-RANTS podcast. I'm Joe Trinidad, and I've spent years in the insurance game, and trust me, I've seen some wild stuff. This show is all about those funny, unbelievable, and straight-up ridiculous moments that happen behind the scenes in the world of insurance. Whether you're an adjuster, an underwriter, or just someone who's ever filed a claim and thought, what the hell just happened? You're in the right place. So, sit back, relax, or better yet, brace yourself, because it's time to rant, laugh, and maybe learn a little. So welcome to Insu-RANTS. All right. Welcome to Insu-RANTS, where the premiums are real, but the stories are ridiculous. Now, I'm your host, Joe Trinidad, the only insurance professional who carries both a clipboard and a fire extinguisher. And that's just for emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
Now, if you're new here, this is where we dive deep into the chaos that is insurance life, where flaming pets, policy drama, and awkward phone calls are just another Tuesday. So, with that said, let's go right into... Now, this is a story that I like to call the house that launched a lawsuit with a potato cannon. So, it all started as a neighborhood cookout in Wisconsin. Family, friends, food, and one guy named Dale who decided the best way to impress everyone was to show off his homemade potato cannon. What? Who owns a potato... Whatever. Who owns a potato cannon? Whatever. Yeah. Crazy. Now, Dale, being Dale, didn't think to aim it away from the nearby homes. Nope. He proudly aimed it up and fired. The first shot, crowd goes wild. The second, direct hit to the neighbor's roof, blasting a hole through it and through their brand new solar panels. Now the third one, because he shot three, he couldn't even stop there. The third one, it hit a passing drone, which fell onto a trampoline, bounced, and shattered a car windshield. Why do you have a potato cannon? I'm just... What? I don't even know how that's cool. Like, and let's go on with this. So, apparently, this is what the claim that they filed. They filed for property damage, which is for the house and the car, injury to Dale's pride, and one very confused underwriter trying to classify potato artillery as a peril. And the best part, Dale argued that it was an act of God because gravity did the damage, not him. Again, a potato launcher. What is this? How do you have a cannon that shoots? I don't even know why. Why are potatoes? Is it like it's probably like one of those shirt ones that you go to like a football game or baseball game and they shoot the shirts at you with a gun, a little cannon. But a potato? Well, I mean, I'm still kind of lost as to why it has to be for potatoes. Like, you don't even launch potatoes. There's not even a process to do this. You know what I mean? Why don't you just load it with some French fries? Put large fries from McDonald's, shoot it in the air, and watch everybody catch it. You won't put a hole in it. I'm sure you will not put a hole in a roof. It's crazy. I bet you everybody was entertained, too. They're like, there goes Dale. And Dale's like, hey, man, that was an act of God. Wasn't me. Not me at all. Yeah, right, Dale. Go sit down. Too many of you people be out there trying to do something impressive. You probably ain't cool in the first place. Nah, let me not say that. Let me just say you probably think that you're being funny or you're being entertaining. And most people who think they're entertaining generally they try. But a potato cannon. I'm still lost. Potato cannon. Like, did he build this? Can you buy a potato? Everybody, if you can comment anywhere, just comment something for me about buying a potato cannon. I've never heard of this before. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, hey, Dale, you're a winner today because you now have an insurance problem. You're a walking liability, bro. That's what you are. Somebody needs to lock you up and sit you down. All right. Next story. This is a story I like to call The Great Flood Caused by a Goldfish. A family in Arizona left town for the weekend, and they asked their neighbor to feed the pets. Seems simple, right? Except the pet in question was a foot-long goldfish named Captain Bubbles. And he lived in a $1,200 decorative indoor pond in the living room. Now, the neighbor, thinking fish needed lots of fresh water, left the faucet running for 3 days. The house flooded from the second floor to the basement. Did you hear that? Second floor to the basement, not even the first floor. It was upstairs. The entire house was flooded. So the fish survived. That's the crazy part. But the hardwood floors, antique rugs, and insurance adjuster's sanity? Not so much. And then, check it out. Look, when asked why they didn't shut off the water, the neighbor replied, "I thought it had an overflow setting like a bathtub." Fun fact, bro. Ponds don't. Okay? Captain Bubbles made it into the claim notes as well. He's listed as the sole surviving witness. Because if you do something stupid, like leave water running, first of all, let me ask you something. Was the water running when you got there? No, right? So if the thing really needed that much water, if the fish needed that much water, don't you think when you walked in, it would be on, right? It would have been on already. You wouldn't have to turn it on, right? So think about it. If you turn it on, just like anything else, if I turn something on, you got to turn it off, right? Or it's just on, right? Especially running things like water, electricity, stuff like that, right? Simple. Is on is on. There's only an on and an off. Because if it's on, it keeps on. This isn't a computer. It doesn't go into sleep mode. On is on. Water is on. Now, where do you think that water is going to go? Let's just say it had a cutoff switch and everything, whatever it is that you figure that it may have. Where do you think the water is going to go? Or do you think they drilled a hole or something into the ground and that's the way it goes so that it makes no sense. So if you keep water running, what is it going to do? It's going to flood. That's all it's going to do. So now the antique rugs, the flooring, the stairs, downstairs, the walls, everything is done, B. I bet you that neighbor, I bet you they never let you even they probably never even let you hold some salt. They won't even let you borrow sugar, I'm sure, because you're probably going to screw that up too. And somehow they're going to have another insurance claim on their hands because you're an idiot. Just makes no sense, guys. Why in the world would you think that running water would be shut off? It's just, it's crazy, but people in the world, they do some silly stuff. I'm not joking. As you can see, I'm making podcasts off of them. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the things that you do that don't make sense so that I have some material to tell everybody about how stupid it is. A pond, bro. A pond. Should have thought the moment it was upon you that wasn't how it was supposed to work. Hey, listen, now you're going to have to deal with it. I hope you had some insurance and stuff. I hope your insurance was, intact for the other person's, sanity. I'd have been pissed. Oh my goodness. Let me get home and see all the water everywhere in my house. Everything ruined. And then if my J's were in there, oh my goodness. Somebody's got problems. They're gonna have to answer to me. But you know what? All is well that ends in the pond. Jeez. All right. Now, time for your favorite moment of confusion, clarity, and questioning your life choices. It's Policyholder Quiz. That's right. This is the segment where we take a realish scenario, drop it in your lap like a hot claim on a Friday at 4:59 p.m. And then we ask, is it covered? Or are you just cursed? All right. So this is for all of my insurance professionals out there, especially homeowners insurance. This is the situation, so listen really close. A Florida couple just bought their dream home and decided to celebrate with a backyard luau. Full tiki setup, torches, buffet, and a live hula dancer whom they found on Craigslist. First of all, that's mistake number one. Now, the kicker, the husband also wanted to surprise his guests with his new foam cannon. What is with the cannons? Oh my goodness. We go from potato cannons to foam cannons? Oh my goodness. I don't understand. Why do people love cannons so much? Man, I don't get it. I like Canon. The cameras, the printers, like, what's with the cannons, guys? What's with the cannons? All right. This cannon was meant for dance parties, but it pointed directly at the backyard pool for vibes today. Okay? Now, the cannon shoots foam across the yard, coating the patio furniture, grill, and the poor hula dancer who slips, knocks over a tiki torch, and sets fire to the synthetic grass. Again, cannons. It just seems like cannons equal claims. Now, meanwhile, the foam cannon overheats and shorts out, and it causes a mini explosion that shatters 3 nearby glass tiki mugs. Now, one guest cuts their foot, another sues for emotional distress because their flip-flop melted. Now, look, these are the damages that were claimed. They claim a burned turf, broken patio glassware, medical bills, mental anguish, and 1 ruined luau. Now, this is the question, and this is where it goes right to my insurance professionals, and everybody could hear this out. This is good education, but it's a really good question. So, the question is, under a standard HO3 homeowners policy, what's the most likely outcome? Is it A, everything is covered? Is it B, only the fire damage and injury are covered? Is it C, only the foam cannon damage is covered? Or is it D, none of it's covered because backyard luau's are considered invitational chaos? I'll let you go ahead and mull that over for a moment. Okay. You guys ready for this? Here's the answer. The answer is B. Only the fire damage and the injury are covered. Why? Here we go. Under most HO3 policies, accidental fire damage caused by a covered peril, in this case, an accidental fire from the tiki torch, is typically covered even if it was directly started by human error. Now, the same goes for bodily injury to guests. That's part of coverage E, the liability portion, and potentially, coverage F, medical payments to others, especially if the guests, were injured on the property. But emotional distress from melted flip-flops? Come on, son. Get out of here. That's a hard no. 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 Just like that. Unless the policy includes some specific endorsements, which it usually doesn't, unless you're some celebrity with like an entertainment writer, that because you're wild and having all these, guests and parties. As for the foam cannon, again, the stupid cannon, the cannon itself, that's personal property that exploded due to mechanical failure. Typically, it's excluded under wear and tear or product defect clauses. You break it, you bought it. So, the hula dancer suing for being too slippery to function, to be able to dance. Let's just say the adjuster's notes on the claim read like a failed sitcom pilot. It was just not that good. But it was funny, but not that funny. So, did you guys get it? Did you get it right? Did you get it wrong? Again, this is a little bit in depth, and if you like the more in depth information, comment down there. Give me a like. Hey, thumbs up. Subscribe if you don't. But give me a comment either which way. Appreciate it. All right. Now, let's roll right along into the
Rant Zone.
Ah, yes. You're back in your favorite zone, where logic goes to die and insurance professionals question every life decision that brought them here. Let me tell y'all about this insured who didn't need help. No. She actually refused help. All right? They called in just to let us know there was a hole in their roof. It's like, ma'am, would you like to file a claim? She says, oh no, I'm just informing y'all. Informing us? What are we now? State Farm meets 911? just out here taking storm confessions? What is this? And then she says, it's only leaking in the guest bathroom. Nobody important uses it. Ma'am, did you just rank your bathrooms based on the status of the pier? So, again, you're like, okay, well, would you like us to dispatch somebody or out there to you or set up a claim? And then she goes, I just figured you'd want to know since y'all insure me and all. What is going on? Okay, so, lady, this ain't a chat group. Okay? You don't just drop roof drama and ghost the convo. Like, what? It's giving weather reporter with trust issues. It's like, then she ends the call with, well, if it gets worse, I'll think about it. What is this? A leaky faucet or a hostage negotiation? If it gets worse, ma'am, it's your roof, bro. The sky is in your house. Don't wait till the moon files a restraining order to call us back. Because at this point, let the clouds come in. Clouds is just going to be raining all over the place. Okay, remember we were talking about earlier, you fill water, and if you don't turn it off, it's going to flood. So think about it this way. If you have a hole in your roof and it's raining, and let's say it rains for a while, and it's falling in your bathroom that you don't care because nobody important uses it, like maybe your cousin in the back, or I don't know, maybe your husband, or I don't know who would you consider like it didn't matter? Like, oh, it's all right. That person don't care because he don't matter, or she, whoever. So yeah, that seems polite. But so you just let it rain, and let's say it's just raining for a while, and I don't know, down here in Florida, it rains a lot and for long periods of time. But then there's also times where it doesn't rain for long. It just rains for a little bit, stops, or it'll rain from on one side of the road and the other side is perfect and dry. But let's say it rains for a while, because that does happen. All that's going to happen is just going to fill your bathroom. And it's going to do what? Like I said before, it's going to flood. And the funny thing is, you just saying, hey, I just want to let you know, what do you think we're going to do? I mean, if you're just letting us know and then we don't even know you're fixing it, water does more than just wet things. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, now you're just telling us and you don't even want to file a claim, I'm sure there's going to be an underwriter that's going to be notified, and you might get a non-renewal. I don't know if you want that. And then the reason for non-renewal is for, not fixing the roof or not providing adequate information to show that you have rectified something that you have notified us about, whether you're using our money or not, because it may damage the house even further. It's pretty silly. It's absolutely silly, to be honest with you. But hey, that's what people do sometimes. They do silly things. So this lady thinks that she could just go ahead and just tell people and just go and be out. Hey, check it out. And then bounce. Okay, whatever. People do silly things, like I said. Now, check this one out, all right? This dude calls in after a flood and starts the convo with, I need to speak to Noah, like the Ark guy. The rep is like, sir, this is not Bible Claims and Company. And then the guy goes, I came home and my whole living room was floating. My couch was doing laps around the coffee table. Sir, did your house host the Olympic swim trials? And then check it out. Then he says, I don't know how it happened. I just left the hose running in the backyard for a couple of days. a couple of days? Yo, who's your landscaper? Aquaman? And check this out. And this guy has the audacity to say, I feel like the house should have been prepared for this. That's what insurance is for. No, sir. Insurance is not for your garden's attempt at indoor irrigation. All right? You turned your den into a lazy river, and then you want us to pick up the floaty tap? That's okay. So you left water. Again, I love the fact that we're all talking about water, because water seems to be the talk of the town right now. Everything's about the water. I'm going to say it again. You leave water running, it's going to flood. I don't care. Outside, it doesn't matter. 2 days, bro? 2 days. I want to see your water bill. Your water bill got to be like $4,000. It's like as much as your rent or your mortgage. 2 days, bro? Like on. And you didn't even have it like, it's on. Like the water's just, why are you doing that, first of all? Like there's nothing that needs 2 days worth of water. Hell, if you drank 2 days straight of water, you're dead. There's not a plant in this earth, or on this earth, I should say, that needs that much water. So what were you doing with it? You were making your own like moat? What do you need that much water for 2 days straight? And what's crazy is you even said you knew you were doing it. You did it on purpose. Like, what? Is this like, I don't know. You guys tell me. Does that sound stupid? No, it sounds ridículo. 2 days. And then it has the nerve to say that that's what insurance is for. Like, well, now you're just kind of like poking jabs at your stupidity because you know that you had to call us. You come out talk about some Noah's Ark. I don't know what your problem is. And that's crazy. So you call us. That's why we're going to respond. But you got to let us know. You acted like that was supposed to like trigger something. Or I don't get it. Water left on stays on. It stays on. Doesn't stop. Just keeps going. You and your $4,000 water bill. This guy's paying 3 mortgages in his house just because he wanted to, I don't know, like I said, make a moat. I guess that's what it was. Look, now, this is another thing, too. You said your sofa was swimming around the table. So if your sofa has its own wave pool, it's not a claim, bro. It's a theme park. At that point, it's a theme park. Now, peep this one. This lady tried to file a claim after she drilled holes into her foundation to install mood lighting. Let me run that back. She didn't call a contractor. She didn't Google. She just bought a power drill, watched 15 minutes of a DIY YouTube video, and said, you know what? This house needs some vibes. So she wanted her house to look like a spa commercial. Meanwhile, she cracked her concrete slab, and now her kitchen's got more tilt than a Jenga tower. Okay? Then she hits us with, the policy didn't say I couldn't do that. Ma'am, the policy also didn't say you could feed raccoons espresso shots, but here we are, right? So, we can't list every bad idea people will cook up on a Sunday afternoon. Then she goes, I thought it would be covered under home improvement. Home improvement? Home ruinment is more like it. What? She literally compromised her foundation for LED strip lights. The ones that change color when she claps. The only thing that should change color is her face. Because when she realized that this ain't covered, oh my goodness. I'm sure it's going to be another argument. It's going to go back and forth. She's going to say how much it should be covered.
Huh?
You're going to show her how much it ain't.
Huh?
She doesn't understand what the words mean on the paper.
Huh?
You could let her agent read it to her and she still won't understand it.
Huh?
Then believe that she should still get paid because she doesn't understand it.
Huh?
And because of the lack of her understanding, she should get paid because of that.
Huh?
She might even want to claim that the wording in our documents in the same forms that are used everywhere else, they should be more for the lay people. That'll probably be the argument. Yep, forget the rules. Forget how it's supposed to go down. We're just going to go ahead and do whatever you like, right? That's kind of how it goes. Come on, people. Come on, people. You know, she should have used a cannon. You know what I'm saying? This is the one time that I think maybe a cannon would have worked for her. This is silly. This is absolutely silly. People, learn from this. Learn from these situations. Don't do stupid stuff. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Learn. Talk to your agent. Very simple. Nowadays, we have AI. Ask ChatGPT. Ask Gemini. You know what I'm saying? Ask them what it is that it, would be the best way. I'm telling you, it probably would have told you not to do that. It's smarter than your YouTube videos. Plus, YouTube videos are edited. You don't know what it took them to do that. They could have done that 19,000 times and cracked it each time. And the one time they didn't, that's the one they put in the video. And your dumbass is doing like as if that was the way it goes. I tried it one time. Plumbing. Video was 10 minutes long. Took them 2 minutes to take off the thing. Took me 6 hours. Then I quit. Had to do it another week. I just lived with the leak for a while. Put a little bucket. Don't follow YouTube all the time, guys. Do more research. Do your homework. And that's a wrap on episode 4 of Insu-RANTS, where the premiums are paid, but the patients, definitely not included. Today, we learned that calling just to let us know about your collapsing roof is not a strategy, that turning your living room into a lazy river won't qualify you for Olympic coverage, and that vibes should never require a jackhammer. Now, remember, folks, insurance ain't magic. It's paperwork, policy limits, and a whole lot of why. Now, if you're leaving this episode more confused than covered, you're doing it right. If you're laughing and slightly traumatized, welcome to the club. If you work in the industry, stay strong, okay? Stay strong, my peoples. And stop drilling holes in things. Look, new episodes drop every week. Follow, subscribe, leave a review, or better yet, send this to your favorite adjuster and ruin their day in the best way possible. Until next time, stay sane, stay covered, and never forget, when it comes to insurance, from insured to absurd, this is Insu-RANTS.